Go back to New Zealand now. Of course, we were there earlier for that minute's silence 1 week on from the White Island volcano tragedy, and New Zealand officials have now formally identified more Australian victims of this tragedy, the eruption that's now killed 16 people. Let's go live to Jackson Williams in Wellington. Jackson, what's the latest?
Well, we know, Chris, that the death toll still stands at 16, but 2 other people remain missing, presumed dead. Police are confident that one of their bodies is in the water off Whakaari White Island. They're not so sure about the location of the other body. There's an aerial search being conducted today. Police divers who over the weekend spent a bit of time searching through that contaminated water around the island. Well, they won't resume to searching today, but we're told tomorrow morning they will do so. We've also had an update from New Zealand Police today, who have formally named 4 more victims of this disaster, all Australians. They are Jessica Richards, Jason Griffiths, Martin Hollander and Christine Langford, whose husband Anthony was also killed. A statement from the Langford family reads, "Anthony and Christine, loving parents to Jessie and Winona, were a wonderful couple and devoted to both their immediate and extended families. They will be greatly missed by all who knew them. Winona is currently unaccounted for and Jessie is recovering in hospital, receiving excellent care." 32-year-old Carla Matthews was confirmed dead on Sunday after her body was recovered, one of 6 bodies recovered from Whakaari White Island on Friday during that daring recovery operation. Her family says they are absolutely heartbroken and our big sister will be incredibly missed. We have enormous sense of relief that she has finally been found and we patiently wait with the Elza family for news of Carla's partner Rick so we are able to bring them home together. Chris, Australia's Foreign Minister Marise Payne is currently travelling to New Zealand. Later today she'll meet Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern. She'll convey Australia's appreciation for the effort of all of those first responders, those hospital staff, everybody involved in responding to this tragedy. And as we saw in the past hour, a minute's silence was observed throughout New Zealand, led by the Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, who stood in silence with her cabinet colleagues, pausing to remember all of those lives lost as a result of this disaster.
Jackson, we know there was a lot of ash in the initial eruption. When it comes to this recovery process, is that an issue? Has there been a lot more ash expunged from the volcano settling in that area where they're trying to find the missing bodies?
Yeah, on Friday we're told that some of the recovery crews were wading through ash that was nearly up to their waist, and that's why that task took up to 4 hours. There were some local helicopter pilots who initially believed that they would be able to get on and off the island to mount that recovery within 20 minutes, but of course it ended up taking those recovery crews much longer. So there was another search, Chris, yesterday on the island, because that's where authorities believed one of the 2 remaining bodies may have been located, but it is the belief now that that body has possibly been washed out into the ocean. So there are 2 bodies that remain missing. Police say they are committed to this recovery operation for as long as it seems likely, seems possible that they'll be able to locate those 2 remaining bodies, but ultimately it will likely be up to dive teams to do that, and as we know, the visibility is still so poor in the water that surrounds White Island, so that is going to be, or is, I should say, an incredibly difficult task.
Yeah, a grim and dangerous task. Thanks so much for joining us again, Jackson.